I have a friend who invests in the stock market. And when I was explaining to him what we do, I likened it to buying the dip. A lot of the times people in the stock market love to buy the dip, right? But it's kind of hard to time it. In real estate, what's really cool is you can buy the dip just right now based on what you know it's worth and what you can actually buy it for. So that dip is always there if you can negotiate it in. And that's kind of where we exist, is we buy that dip, we see the value, we add value. In terms of what you're doing now, did you buy another multifamily? Did you buy another self-storage, or where did you go from there?
I have not, no. And so kind of as that was all going on, my partner, my ex-paying business partner and I, we agreed on a buy sell. And part of our buyout, he gave me the building downtown Davenport where my first Suites location is now open and operating. And so as I was kind of like thinking through what I was going to do with that property, like that's really where the whole journey with the Salon Suites started. And but my attention really went down that lane once I started understanding the model and what was possible.
Can you share a little bit more in terms of what are the suites?
Yeah, so the Suites is a Salon Suite business model. And so what we do at the Suites is we buy real estate and we renovate the property into a Salon Suites facility. And so it's very much a value add real estate investing strategy. And so what I learned from the 18 unit that I used to own, and again, that was a value add play as well. In going through that process, I learned a lot that I wasn't a really big fan of owning, like a C class type of multifamily property, just type of tenants that you have in there, the conversations you have to have, the reliability of rents coming in, just how folks take care of the property in general. And so I was kind of looking for a better value add play. And to be honest, and quite frank, AJ, I got very lucky stumbling into the Salon Suites business model. And so after my ex-painting business partner and I finalized the buyout, I was in that building downtown Davenport. I was going to create a shell so that a local restaurant or brewery would rent the building from me, because I knew it would work really well. It had a nice big barrel open ceiling. Could have carved out an outdoor patio on the corner parking lot. But as I was walking through the building with my my architect, he asked me, Jason, we can definitely carve out a shell here and attract somebody. But he was like, "You ever heard of Salon Suite?" I was like, "Nope. What are those?" And that's really where it all started. And so he asked me that question, kind of told me what it was. And so for those of you that aren't familiar with a Salon Suite facility, essentially it's a building where you divide the property or the building into a bunch of smaller offices, and then you individually plumb each room. So beauty and wellness professionals can rent 120 to 200 square feet from you and then serve their clients out of that unit. And then they pay a premium to be able to have plumbing, everything that they need to service their clients in their Salon Suite. And so what I did when I was kind of in an information gathering journey, I guess, kind of learning about the Salon Suites business model, is I started stopping into other Salon Suite facilities here in the Quad Cities, in Milwaukee, and then in Des Moines when I was going up there for my events with my marketing and advertising businesses. And I would just ask some of the tenants in other Salon Suite facilities, how long they've been there, what they like about it. What do they not like about it? And then, really what light bulb moment, like, what are you paying a month in rent, if you don't mind me asking? And, folks over and over and over again were paying $70, $80, $90, $100 a square foot to rent their space. So the math behind it, once I kind of penciled it out at that downtown Davenport location, that building, if I were to lease it to the restaurant or brewery that I was referring to earlier, my original idea, it would have rented for about $50K a year in gross rents, and that same building today does 150. And so we're essentially able to 3x the rents in the buildings that we're acquiring and building out when you compare it to what the normal lease rate would be if you were to rent it to another business otherwise.